Good morning. This is Cindee Case, Diocese of Youngstown Social Media Minister, and I'm excited today to have a special interview with Emmet Cahill, who is going to be doing a fundraising concert at the Cathedral of St. Columba on October 1st. The concert will begin at 7:30, but there's a meet and greet that we'll talk about later too, that will begin at 6. So without further ado, please help me and welcome Emmet. Hello, Emmet. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today.
Thanks, Cindy. Lovely to see you and great to be able to chat today about a very exciting concert. I'm so excited to be coming back. I feel like St. Columba is my second parish.
Really? How is that?
Well, I've visited you guys so many times. Pretty much whenever I get over to the States, I always stop in whenever I'm passing, and it's brilliant to be talking about another visit coming very soon.
I know the folks at the cathedral are very excited, especially because this will be one of the very first big post-COVID kind of gatherings. And they're going to have sectioned out seating, so it'll be limited, but there'll still be a good crowd, I think, there with you. So, Emmet, I've heard that you are Roman Catholic. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was raised Roman Catholic here in Mullingar, my hometown, and it was kind of through music. My dad is a church organist and my mom is a singer at church. So literally my earliest memories of church are being brought along to choir from the age of 3. So every Sunday, excuse the pun, but religiously we were at church singing. And that's kind of been my whole life and has been, they're my earliest memories of music as well. So it's lovely that my faith is very much intertwined with what I do as a passion, you know.
That's great. So I'm asking people around the diocese something that they like about being Catholic or love most about being Catholic. So I'm going to pose that question to you.
I like, the thing I like is the sort of the Irishisms that end up kind of being intertwined with being Catholic, and I only notice them more when I go to places like America. Like in Ireland, a lot of our turns of phrases, our everyday language is kind of biblical. It's from, it's referencing faith, and they're very much commonplace. Like if something happens or whatever, we'd always say, "Oh, God bless us and save us," or like my mom has so many phrases, or if say something's going wrong, you'd say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, or so it's kind of the funny things in everyday life that like our Catholicism is so intertwined with who we are on a day-to-day basis. And as I said, I've noticed it a lot more because I would just say these things, I'll see you soon, please God. I say please God a lot, and Americans have pointed out to me, wow, you reference God a lot in your speech. But so there's a big sort of Catholic influence in terms of my everyday just going around the place,
Excellent. Well, that's good that you're living your faith. So tell us a little bit about your musical career. You started very young. I know that you have been part of Celtic Thunder and you're also a solo artist. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, as mentioned, my beginnings in music were singing in church. And then when I went to high school, I was on a music scholarship that was very much focused on liturgical music. So I would have learned church organ and sang in choir and would have even sung very early church music, stuff like Gregorian chant, right up to more modern choral music. And then when I joined Celtic Thunder in 2011, I started touring in America. And it was very much the Irish style, but there was, we would even perform hymns like Amazing Grace or the Gaelic Blessing. So there was still the religious influence there, because it's very, like Catholicism, as I said, is very much intertwined with Irish culture in general. So yeah, I've toured with Celtic Thunder. I've toured the States, I think 6 or 7 times with the guys, and we've played some amazing venues. And my solo career, I've been lucky enough to play in places like Carnegie Hall in New York, and I did an Irish album with Sony Music a few years back as well. And yeah, my solo career, I suppose, has taken me kind of back to my original roots in music, which is churches. So I predominantly perform in churches now, because not only do people love the liturgical music, but the Irish music is very much appreciated there as well. So something like Danny Boy, in many ways, a song like that is as much a prayer as it is a song. So I love the fact that the two worlds kind of cross over. And look, needless to say, singing in beautiful churches or cathedrals like St. Columba, like for me, they're the best venues to sing in, if that's the right word, because there's an atmosphere you get in that setting that you don't get in a regular theater, in a any other setting. So there's a kind of reverence, and there's a piece, even for me as a performer, that I get, standing on an altar singing, and I think there's a different energy in the audience as well. And the ethos of my concerts are, I love to make people think about things. I love them to really focus on the words of what I'm singing, and I think people generally get into that sort of a headspace when they walk into a church or a cathedral, much more so than a regular music venue. So that's kind of what I love about my solo career now, is that it's, as I said, come full circle back to churches. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to sing anywhere else. So
Oh, great. Yes, I think I'm partial to St. Columba Cathedral being beautiful, but I can just imagine your voice lofting through that space with the stained glass windows all along. And
it's beautiful. The acoustic actually in St. Columba is one of the best I've ever sung, and it really is something special. Hence why I keep coming back, I guess.
great, thank you. Well, Emmet, how can people find out more about the concert?
All the details are up on my website, emmetcahill.com. I know you guys have been putting the word out through the diocese and through the parish as well. There's lots of information out there now. We're a few weeks out and very excited. I think there's a real sense of excitement now for people to get back to live music again. The feeling of being at a live concert, there's nothing like it. I know we've done the virtual thing and we've done all that, over the last year and a half, but I know audiences are very excited at the idea of coming back to a live concert. And the great thing about St. Columba's is there's so much space, so people can be well spaced out. If you feel, a little worried about will it be close to people, there's so much space, and we have made provisions. We want to make this really safe, but also really comfortable for people, so they can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening. So I'm excited to see everyone again. We always get an amazing crowd. There's such a sense of community at St. Columba, when we do the meet and greet before the show, and people get to ask me questions, and then when it comes to the concert. And I will be asking people to sing along with me, Cindee. So folks at home, you're not going to get off lightly. Warm up the voices. I want us lifting the roof off the cathedral, and we'll do our best.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much, Emmet. We wish you safe travels, and we look forward to seeing you here in Youngstown on October 1st.
Cannot wait for it.
Great. God bless.